Hello, everybody. It's Alex Shevchenko here, as always, at this time on Friday on Aurora YouTube channel. You're welcome to join our Friday Alpha League session. This is a weekly live stream during which we are sharing the updates from the near ecosystem with all of you. Thanks for joining us today. And I hope that the next 15 to 20 minutes are going to be useful for you. As always, I remind you that this is a live stream, which means that you are able to ask your questions down there in the comments section. And actually, I'm not quite sure whether it is down there. I think it is to the right, in case you're just ordinary using YouTube as myself. We have some great news. And to kickstart with, I would like to drop on you the core announcement that was happening this week, and this is the launch of the Aurora Cloud console. This is a tool so needed for the businesses who started to interact with Aurora Cloud, the solution that was launched this year a little bit earlier. This, in short, this is a front end for the businesses to work with their blockchains. And it is suited for anyone who is using Aurora Cloud. They can have their own application chain that is working on top of Near using Aurora tech stack. This can be a solution. This is also a front end for people and for projects that don't have such a chain. For example, the projects that are just focusing on making sure that their transactions for their users are free, right? And so on and so forth. So all of the tiny bits of the Aurora Cloud now are presented in a straightforward and very nice looking interface for everyone. Now, it is important to mention several things, maybe which hopefully you have read out of this release, and maybe you have been visiting NearCon, so I was talking about some of the features there. However, let's reiterate on this. The core pieces that we see that are super important for the Aurora Cloud and for any business that is working with blockchain is to make the data around the blockchain transparent, and also lots of things being able to be managed on the fly. So because of this, we are allowing to businesses who are working with Aurora Cloud to customize their blockchains that they are launching there. This can be small sandboxes or some specific use cases that are focused on some particular market. They are able to do the management of the gas, so how the fees are paid on these blockchains, and whether there are any discounts to the users, to some specific types of the users. So businesses often think about their users as of kind of splitting them into tiers. And in Web2 space, it is very straightforward when different tiers of users, for example, free users, basic plan users, and advanced or business plan or enterprise plan users have different benefits. So the gas fees can be here, and a nice thing how you're able to make a difference for these users with your blockchain solution. We also share the analytics inside of the Aurora Cloud console. And besides that, people are also able to see a new thing that is called the marketplace for the Aurora Cloud add-ons. These are the add-ons that are plug-and-play integrations into your Aurora Cloud product, and you are able to enable, for example, KYC checks. You're able to turn on the Explorer, work with the on-ramping provider, and many more. We're only starting this marketplace at the moment, so we are working manually with the projects who are willing to integrate inside of the Aurora Cloud. But over the time, this marketplace is going to become more and more open to everybody. And in order for you not only to see the blog post, which I highly encourage everyone to read through, you can go to aurora.dev/blog and see there are the latest posts. I'm actually able to show you Aurora Cloud, and actually there is you are able to click and ask for a link to see the Aurora Cloud. So here you go. This is the what we call the Aurora Cloud console. This is the live data from a silo that is deployed on the Aurora stack on top of Near. You're able to see here, for example, if we're starting with the summary of all of the transactions that are happening here, you're able to see this information. Total wallets that are working with your blockchain, average transactions per wallet. We have this thing that is called deals, and this is something, or like a plans, right? And this is something for everybody for the business to manage how people are interacting with the blockchain. So at the moment, you can see that the premium plan is turned on while the basic plan is turned off. And if you will take a look at the premium plan, then you will be able to see what are the transactions that are sent within this plan, which means kind of the cohort of users, right? And then what you're able to see here is that there is some specific smart contract that this plan is targeting. And within this smart contract, an open list of users, so anyone who is interacting with this smart contract, is able to get free transactions. There is also a time limit on this plan that is introduced here, and this plan is valid only until 23rd of March next year. There are some additional things that you're able to put in here, including the limitations to the IP addresses, geolocations. You are able to put rolling and total limits on the transactions, on the amount of transactions per second and the total amount of transaction per wallet, for example, that is interacting. And you're able to introduce as many plans as you want on different smart contracts. And another thing that is not depicted here is the integration with some specific applications. So in case you wouldn't only your own application to work with this smart contract in a way that it provides free transactions, then you're able to do the additional authorization of your application here. So this is a super powerful tool. And I really believe that is something that it was really, really missing for the marketing of the blockchain projects. You can easily imagine how Web2 companies are spending tons of money into marketing, and they need to have very convenient tools in order to do the marketing campaign. This thing is exactly this tool. You can easily imagine a marketing campaign for the week of the Lunar New Year in mainland China, with a limitation of not more than 10 transactions per minute from a user, with a maximum 100 transactions for the whole program from a single user. And the transactions should be coming to any smart contract, but from one specific application, right? So that is the thing that you're able just to click through this interface and develop right away, and it is going to work with it. Blockchain is no longer a clunky, unmanageable thing for the users, and the free transactions and the deals are showing this right away. Another thing is that the businesses are able to overview their silos or their chains. So that's you can see here that there are two chains that this particular demo business is managing, right? And business is able also to see different stats about this. They are able to see the latency. It's just updating right now. They're able also to see the configuration of the network. They are able to see the permissions of the network, who is able to send transactions, and who are able to deploy contracts. And as you can see here, there are the limitation of the users who are able to do this, right? And the cool thing is that you're able to use this list to get this list from the Aurora Cloud API, and you're able also to add additional lists here and manage this list. Besides that, people are able to see the list of the tokens that they are working with on their particular silo. And also, we do have a KYC extension. So for those businesses who are super concerned and are willing to be compliant with the current regulations that are put in, they're able to restrict the access to their networks by the KYC requirements for anyone who is able to operate on the network. It is important to notice that this requirement is not connected with the front end, but instead it works on the level of the chain, which means that the business who is using Aurora Cloud is 100% secure in being compliant with the regulations. Another thing is that what you're able to do in Aurora Cloud Console is manage different users. So you are able to do some analytics about it. And what is super important for many businesses is that you are able to export this data in the familiar comma-separated value format to everybody, and then work with your ordinary data management tools. And the last but not least, this is the same thing that I wanted. This is the thing that I was mentioning. It's the services, right, or a marketplace for you. So there are already a list of different solutions that can be connected right away. So for any businesses who needs to have KYC or Block Explorer, or for example, they are willing to work with Gnosis Safe multi-sig solution on their particular chain, or work with oracles, all of this is possible and straightforwardly available in a matter of days within the integration, and it is going to be extremely simple. I'm super proud of Aurora Labs' team who was able to deliver this solution to everybody. And we are also thrilled to announce during this week that one of our first customers, the company that is named Power Gold, is actually using Aurora Cloud, and they're launching their own network. I encourage everyone to go and check out their website, powergold.tech. The company is working in the green energy sector. What they're doing, their business model is pretty straightforward. They are a super experienced team in managing green energy tech. And what they are willing to do, they are willing to make it open to everybody in the market. So an ordinary guy using the blockchain would be able to invest in the green energy technology. So they are managing these green energy power stations, which consist of both solar and wind turbines. And they are then selling the green energy to the grid, creating returns, which are later, according to the token economy, are distributed in some way to the investors, to the holders of the tokens. And obviously they are willing to be compliant, and because of this they are launching a permission silo, and only after KYC you will be able to get the access to their silo. So there are quite a lot of information available already on their website. The launch of their token is only going to happen a little bit later, as far as I understand, in Q1. Yeah, there are private sales in Q4, public sales happening in Q1, but I highly recommend you to check out. This approach for building a business, I do believe, is just the next generation of how the businesses should be made in the era of the blockchain technology. Moving on with additional announcements, we're super happy to see Scamfari launched on Aurora, and moreover having the fee-free reports on Scamfari for a month. Scamfari is a project that is focused on making sure that scammers are not able to run away. So it uses the crowdsourcing knowledge about the scam notifications and collects all of this information on the blockchain, and using Aurora Cloud and with the options for free transactions, Scamfari is able to deliver these free transactions for everybody who are sending their reports on Scamfari. So super cool to see this thing here and the great use of the technology. Scamfari also launched their own token, SCM, and they have launched a liquidity pool on Tree Solaris. So in case you're into DeFi, you're able to consider this use. Maybe it's going to influence the way how you are using DeFi on Aurora. Besides that, there are additional stuff that is happening within the wallets, in the wallets direction. So new wallet, Walletica has joined Aurora, and now they are supporting Aurora network. So for all of the Walletica users, welcome to the Aurora family. And our big friends from Here Wallet are actually continuing their campaign, and they're continuing to work with Aurora and promoting Aurora. So big thanks to them. In case you're a user of Here Wallet, you're able to check it out and get additional points. And I'm proud to say that Here Wallet team has resolved the issues with the Here Wallet working on iPhone 15s. So big round of applause from my side as an iPhone 15 user. And last but not least, I would like to react into what is happening right now on the Near protocol. There is actually a massive thing that is happening there, which increased the amount of transactions that are happening on Near protocol insanely, from around 2 million transactions per day into 13. And actually, this was yesterday. I believe today it is going to be even more than that. This is a solution this is a use case that is called inscription. You probably have seen ordinals on Bitcoin. This is a new way how how tokens can be minted. So instead of deploying smart contracts, the tokens itself are connected with the smallest entities of the base token, or the satoshis on Bitcoin blockchain, or Yocto Near on Near. And the guys here, probably this project is somehow affiliated with Sender Wallet. I'm not sure. But they've launched and they're killing it in terms of the amount of transactions. There are quite a lot of people who are minting their NEAT token. And let's see what is going to happen. The important thing to mention to everybody is that some people may experience a little bit weird or inconsistent behavior of the Near blockchain. And since Aurora is working on top of Near blockchain, sometimes this behavior is also propagated to Aurora. What type of the behavior? Transactions, sometimes you're signing the transaction and you're sending it to the network, but the transaction is not executed. So you need to do it once again, right? That's the typical kind of behavior. There are some additional loads on the node operators for Near and Aurora, and we are working on making sure that everything is good. There are some already. It's just, and all of this happening is just because of the increased load on the network, right? But I can tell you that the network is stable. Near network is producing, as you can see here. I'm just updating the Near blocks. Near network is producing quite a lot of blocks every second. Approximately around 200 transactions are processed, and that is quite a lot of transactions. If you will see, actually Near now is the most used blockchain in the world. And yeah, and also as you can see here, then the ordinary load on the block, on a single block, is approximately around 50%. So instead of consuming 4 teragas or 3 teragas, it consumes, half of it. And this is a target metric for the Near protocol in general. In case the load is going to increase even more, in such a case, the protocol will be updated to spawn additional shards, and then the load on the network will actually be lower, right? So though there are some problems on the level of the RPC with submission of the transactions and things like that, there are some additional stress to the node operators at the moment, which is not translated to the end users. But the Near protocol is kicking ass. It is performing pretty well, pretty stable, and so there are no problems on the level of the transaction execution, right? On the thing that is the most important from the standpoint of security. The protocol is progressing forward. Blocks are mined. There are no replays of transactions. There are no rollbacks of transactions, right? So all of the things that are super, super important, which shows uh, the great stability and resilience of the Near protocol. Anyway, we're going to keep you posted about everything that is happening within Aurora and at least partly Near ecosystem. Let me do a very, very quick check on the questions, and then we're going to finish this stream. Okay. Okay, there are quite a lot of comments. Yeah, what are the features of the Aurora Cloud Console? Well, these were the things that I was showing, right? The businesses are able to launch their own networks. They are able to manage their gas stuff and also integrate with additional see analytics and integrate with the additional add-ons. Yeah, Shulia is asking about the vote token. The vote token is intended to be the governance token for the ecosystem. At the moment, it is not used. It's going to be implemented a little bit later. Will there be a closer interaction with Here Wallet? I think that it is happening right now, which is super good and great to see here community here. Here Wallet, the best Near wallet. Probably. I don't know. I'm actually I was a big advent of Near of the original Near wallet, but now with the deprecation of this wallet, I'm starting to use suddenly all of the Near wallets. My Near wallet, Here wallet, Meteor wallet, Sender, all of that stuff. So that's quite an interesting time, I would say. Can you share what other industries Aurora is planning to enter? You can watch our video. The biggest verticals that are showing interest into the blockchain right now is gaming, loyalty platforms. These I kind of categorize as user engagement. They're targeting better user engagement. And there is another thing, which is the tokenization. Tokenization slash or you can think that they are targeting the capital efficiency. This can be tokenization of real world asset. This can be tokenization of bonds, real estate, blah blah blah. All of the different things. There are quite a lot of stuff happening there. Actually, the total value of tokenized assets are north of $5 billion at the moment only, and this is only on public chains, right? So, and it is growing much faster than the TVL in DeFi, for example. Hello from Turkey. Yeah. Hello, Turkey. It's like, hello, Turkey. It's, it's the Turkish Airlines typical slogan that they use. What are your methods of keeping the price of Aurora? Is the token deflative? Yeah, it is. It is. Every single transaction that is executed on Aurora is actually burning Aurora tokens, and the total supply is limited. So there are no additional Aurora tokens that are going to be mint. What is Aurora Cloud Console? How can I use it for myself? So Aurora Cloud Console is the front end that is intended to be used by businesses, right? So in case you have your own blockchain project, then this is the thing for you to use. Your users or the users of your business, they are not going to see this. This is not something that is required for them. But what you're able to get from Aurora Cloud is the white label wallet solution that you are able to put in your front end or mobile app, and your users are actually going to use blockchain without even knowing the fact that they are using blockchain. It's going to be straightforward, very simple, with free transactions and all of the things that I was discussing today. Okay, there are quite a lot of questions. Um, no, probably here wallet is doing something for these questions. Okay. Okay. Will Aurora vote token be tradable? For sure, not. And it is actually non-transferable. So you are not able to transfer. Okay. Okay. Thanks everybody for the comments. I was reading the majority of them. Sorry if I didn't answer your questions. It's either I was answering this before or maybe it is a little bit too broad. Thanks for joining this stream. I really appreciate you. And as always, we're going to see each other in exactly 1 week from now on the next Friday Alpha League session here on the YouTube of Aurora. Thanks everybody and have a nice evening.